Alright guys, it is time for game 3 of this week's Old School ICYFAR challenge. Over here on the left hand side, in the red, the Terran player, saying, don't you miss the old days with Byun. It is Chesscraft. And over here on the right hand side, in the blue, it's Bushmaster. It's like, I don't respond to your stupid words. I can tell it was more fun. Oh yeah, if you believe Battle.net forum posts, you fuck nugget. Not Bushmaster, the person making the Battle.net forum posts. Don't listen to those fuck nuggets, Bushmaster. You're about to find out just how fun it was, mate. You're about to get proxy 3 racks barracks. You're even going to scout it coming ahead of time. You're still going to get your fucking ass kicked. Yeah, welcome to fun. Fun. Yeah, his 3x Reaper was really cool. Bushmaster's like, yeah, I can fucking see that, dude. Can we pull some drones down to fuck that shit up, please? Come on, Bushmaster, please. Guys, if someone's enough of a dickhead to put their barracks this close to your base, you pull drones on that shit. You pull drones on that shit, alright, guys? Uh-oh. He ain't pulling drones. Oh, he's busy typing. He's like, yeah, maybe the old days weren't as fun as the guys who don't play the game anymore say it was. They say the game was more strategically diverse when you could just copy a build order off a forum and use it every game. Okay. There's not a lot of lava saved right now. There's drones rallied to the natural for some reason. You know you need fighting units, right? What are we doing? What are we doing? Are we gonna build a spine? You can defend with spines on this map. There's only one jumping point there. So you can build like spine, you'll be fine. What are we doing? We're gonna build 4 slow Zerglings and now start oh god. Oh, okay. This is a bit of a geriatric reaction here from Bushmaster. I'll tell you what, guys. A Reaper in the bush is worth 7 dead drones when you don't got spine crawlers, ling speed, or queens up. It's gonna be fucking nasty, man. I don't care how much of the Bushmaster you think you are. You better prepare. Why are we gonna? Please, you gotta do. There's 3 barracks right there. These Reapers are gonna get out of control so fast. Oh, Bushmaster. We're starting to spine now. Oh no. We could have built that on the high ground and had it walking down already. Uh-oh. Turns out, guys, if Byun was playing against Bushmaster, he still would have won the 2016 Grand Finals. No. Please tell me this just wins the game. He's like, yeah, this is my throwback strategy. I make some Reapers and I fucking killed a Zerg player who reacted badly despite scouting it immediately. It's okay. He will stabilize. Don't overestimate it. There's no orbital behind this. He's still massing Reapers, but there's no expansion, no orbital. He's got double gas, so I imagine he's gonna have to go factory. So his economy is gonna be very, very weak. Now these drones, for some reason, are running to the front and trying to build Evo chambers. What are we doing here? Are we trying a full wall? You know they can jump there, right? Oh. I'm not into fucking murder porn and shit. Like, you sick people who look up videos of, like, beheadings and stuff, you're probably enjoying this. I am not. This is fucked up. No, this shouldn't be on the internet. What is this? It's the dumbest defense I've ever seen in my life. It doesn't even transfuse the queen. It's so bad. You're like, haha, there is no way in now. Yeah, you're on 7 drones though. Enjoy being very safe in your kingdom of nothing. You have no economy. What is this? A 4E. I mean, I love that Bushmaster actually knew about the Evo on the high ground, which is amazing. Oh my god, he's gonna float the barracks down there and then mule that out. Maybe. I would love to see an SCV come mine this out so the Reapers can run down and then mule. That would be so sick, right? The Reapers are like, oi, let us up. Oh, they're gonna run forward. They can actually hold position out of range of these spines, I'm pretty sure. Oh my god, they get the queen as well. Oh, this is just sad. I mean, the SCV production hasn't been there. It's only 16 workers somehow. 5 minutes into the game. So let's be real. Chesscraft's macro behind this is Fucking appalling. Did he just pull his mule and all his SCVs to open up his expansion while mining with 2 SCVs? Okay, guys, I keep talking like the game's over. The game is most certainly not over. Bushmaster actually could recover despite massing spine crawlers on 11 drones right now. I mean, this... And now we're making a tech lab down. Oh, what are we doing? Why are we... Still, what are we doing over here? I hate to break it to you, Chesscraft. Byun would be a little oh, you know you could just drop 2 mules. You don't need to... Oh my god. You don't need to do it this way. I admire the commitment to the attack. Like, you guys have heard of pulling the boys? Well, this is literally pulling the boys times 2. What's funny is half of those already have minerals in their hand, and they're all going to mine separate mineral patches. You only need to open up one path. Also, there's queens that are going to deny it. Move forward, queens. Move forward. Oh, he's going to micro it. But yeah, the queens have got it. I think the queens can stop. Oh, shit. They're still able to mine it. Oh, my God. They're just barely... The DPS is pretty low on those queens. But yeah, they're not going to be able to get through. This whole attack relied on that. He's got to drop a bunch of mules all at once or something. Actually, they're in range. Are they in range? No, they're on the high ground. They couldn't be seen. Oh, he's going to bring the barracks over to protect us. Bushmaster, time to start moving some spines over. But oh my god, just massing spines. Bushmaster's ahead economically. If Bushmaster can get all those spines up, Bushmaster will win this game. Bushmaster just needs to like defend. Obviously, it's still way behind. There's tanks building as well. There's a gold base. Why not? Why not? SCVs are coming. You got to move up and protect them. What are you doing? Chesscraft, move your units up. Don't wait for them to die. The whole point is the barracks is meant to stay here. These units are meant to stay here. Alright, so we got 2 tech labs. We got Marines on the way. We got 3 spines there. The economy is actually rebuilt for Bushmaster. Shout out to Bushmaster. It's got 2 spines up here. You need another 10. Need another 10, mate. You've got a chance in this game. Really needs an overlord over here as well to make sure that that barracks can't get any hiding on the high ground or anything. We've got our first tank on the way across the map here. Another tank is on the way. No rally point. I don't think this player... No, he knows how to rally point in the barracks. Factory's just forgotten. 3 more SCVs being pulled off the gold. Still, only at 19 SCVs. 8 minutes into the game. Oh my god! No, not like this. He went up there to try to tank the damage. So he's got to push him back with the floating barracks and the siege tank. That's the way you do this. Oh my god. Alright, you got 500 minerals. Mass spines. Honestly, mass spines. Anything you can do to survive. Mass roaches, mass spines. This spine crawler is still defending here. Oh my god, they're trying to get in. Oh, this is so painful, right? Basically, right now, Bushmaster is playing Helm's Deep, okay? And Chesscraft is trying to detonate the explosive barrels that he's placed under the wall. So what we're seeing is every SCV that comes over here is that goddamn big ass orc with a giant torch that Legolas tries to shoot down, but fails to. These tanks are the artillery and hordes of goblin archers. These queens and spines are the contingent of elven archers that have just arrived just before they've kind of locked down the city to try and survive. They're trying to get rid of the barracks. He's lighting the torch. Oh, he gets 5 more minerals off it. There's only 10 minerals remaining on the wall. 2 more SCVs. 2 more of those orcs with those torches. They're going for it. The queens are going to come in. They want to deny it, but the tanks are killing the queens. Ooh, it's down. It's open. It's open. The wall's open. And here comes the fucking horde. The gates are open. Does he stem in? Does he go for it? He goes for it. He doesn't have stem, but he's got Reapers, Marauders, Marines, everything. They're not even A-moved right now. He's just moving them in there. The Lings come down, but the Lings get slaughtered by the tank fire from behind. And a Queen goes down as well. A Baneling has to build Roaches, build Ravagers. You need Ravagers, not Ling Bane. There's tanks down here. You need Ravagers. You've got enough minerals. Build like 8 spies, anything to buy time. Remember, this Terran's economy is so bad that he will not be able to win the game if you could just buy enough time. I can't believe Bushmaster still has somehow got hope in this game after that Evo Chamber wall off at the front. It was one of those like ultra big brain moves that was like just set up so late and so poorly that it lost like 15 drones in the process of building that wall. 20 Zerglings killing themselves fighting the Reapers back. But the Ravagers, yeah, Biles on the choke point. That's burning. The barracks high ground vision is burning. Yeah, there's a starport. You might be like, oh, but he's got a gold base. Yeah, but he's got like 2 SCVs mining it. Yeah, he drops a pack of mules now. But his economy is still pretty shit. So there's still hope here. Bushmaster's economy is shit. He really should be taking out one of these Evos and expanding along the top side of the map. And saying, you know what, maybe I'll eventually lose this main. But hopefully it does stay up. Oh, the Drilly Boy is repairing the barracks. Reaper's going to try to jump in. They're just trying to bait him into tank fire. And oh god, it works. Hold position is your friend, Bushmaster. Another thing is you want to set up a run by. So you basically want to come over here with most of your army, bust that, and try to kill the main. If you can do that as the Zerg, you just win. Likewise, if you send a Ravager around here, you can deny that whole base with one Ravager. Both things to look out for on this map. If your opponent ever takes this position, though, yeah, it's all about opening up that north side. And Bushmaster realizes Bushmaster, what diddly damn, is actually going to go for the 3rd and the 4th up here. 4th in the corner for now to start. Chesscraft is trying to build a bunker. He's like, I don't think the spine can hit that. I'm like, dude, you're like 3 spaces in range of that spine. Oh, didn't wait for banelings. That's a shame. Chesscraft, you got to pull SCVs, buddy. Uh-oh, Chesscraft's not repairing. He's too focused on the front right now. He's too focused on the front. His wall's going to burn down. Oh my god, he's got to pull now. Repair. He's got to repair all 3. He can't just repair 1. Okay, he's okay. And there's a tank out. He will survive at home. That's why, yeah, you don't want to alert your opponent to this angle of attack until a bit later. But good pullback there by Bushmaster. Bushmaster's still got a crazy amount of minerals. So like I said, if he can just take these bases and just kind of move his tech up there a little bit, that'd be great. Oh, gets a tank. That's a big snipe, guys. Now, Stim's done, but what are you going to do? You're going to Stim into Spine Crawlers? This is a great trade for Bushmaster. And more Biles come down. Oh, we even get some medevac for the Queens. Oh, no. Full energy Queens. They could have transfused these Spines for days. Still a lot more energy where that came from, but not bad. Now, going for a Ling Bane bust when you've already shown you want to attack this angle, if you do this, you need to attack with so much Ling Bane, and that is not so much Ling Bane. That's a medium amount of Ling Bane. 7 Banes. I don't think you're going to bust the wall. I think those 2 tanks will easily hold. Even 1 tank would have easily held this, because look at that. Yeah. Banelings go in first. You take the shot. It's very unlikely you can hit the wall. Oh, he gets it. He gets it. Okay, maybe. Maybe just barely. He's going to get the tanks. Oh, the SCV's coming in to fight. Is it enough? Can he get the other tank? Oh, another tank pops out. And as I said, you need to overcommit to these. Imagine if there's just 20 more Lings. This base is done. And suddenly your opponent has to all in up there. Oh, Lings accidentally derped down there at the same time. But you know what? The tanks have been pushed back. The Ravagers are doing a good job. I think Bushmaster... obviously on a bad economy, if Bushmaster can just saturate a mineral line, grab some more hatches, I mean, it's the money that's out of control. Bushmaster feels so awkward, but this here is actually a situation where you should feel comfortable, right? You're like, oh, like you can't push up there. I can't push down and get rid of you, but that's fine. I'm going to just move my point of interest to the top side of this map, and that's actually something where you will get in games like that against Terran on this map. Problem, of course, is there's a 3rd base up, and now finally up to 41 SCVs. Chesscraft does still have 3 barracks pumping out mass Marauder. Now, they don't have concussive, but I mean, Marauders are just a generically tanky unit. They're a nice A-move unit. They're the Roach of Terran, right? And Armory's on the way. We've got a 2nd and a 3rd barracks. What are we building an armory for? That's a confusing one. We don't have engineering bays yet. Interesting. Starport as well. Oh, Lib's starting to siege forward, but Bushmaster, man. Bushmaster's pretty damn good. Transfusing Ravagers and just taking down these siege units over and over again. I mean, these trades are so efficient for Bushmaster. Oh my god. The Liberator goes down, but some Marauders also run in and take big damage. Yeah, and anytime they go forward like that, the Lings are like, oh, get out of here, dickhead. Unfortunately, the Queens always end up trailing forward because they're not on the army control group. Oh shit, she barely survives. But yeah, every time Chesscraft stims up here, it's a really bad trade for him, I would say. Even though the tanks are getting shots off. It's just that Bushmaster's so tunnel visioned on this, and this is something, man, this really brings me back in StarCraft 2. I remember so many games where I would just stare at a situation that makes me uncomfortable, and I would fail to recognize, wait a second, I'm winning. This is good for me. Just continue to do other things. Spend your money, mix some drones in, build some more tech up here, you know, make some, yeah, let's start double upgrades on the Evos, you know. And I remember there were so many games like this I used to play in, because you get this sort of weird position in Wings of Liberty and Heart of the Swarm all the time. And I would always just freeze up. How do I get rid of this push? And it's like, you don't need to, man. Who gives a fuck? Just ignore it. You know, we're doing a good job at buying time with the Ravagers and stuff. But you've just got to, at any point, if there was a good round or two of workers coming out, it would have been amazing. Good triple bile there, man. And these Marauders don't do too well. Now pull back, pull back, pull back. Bushmaster, don't go too deep. Oh shit, those Lings actually did pretty good. I like that bile there. That bile is my favorite. Takes out another tank. Dude, Bushmaster's fights are like just better, right? Bushmaster is still down and the resources lost by just a little bit at about 1,000. Transfuse. Transfuse. Oh, it's got to rebuild those Ravagers for sure. But this push comes to a standstill. Unfortunately, though, it's Chesscraft who's realized this game is going longer. I am actually the one who's got to do this. And oh, check it! The Ravager harass. Finally, Bushmaster realizes, wait a second, I can deny that base. But there's so many more bases to mine from now, so Chesscraft up to 5 racks. Yeah, building Marines, tanks. It's just the only thing that I'm really sad about for Chesscraft is, well, no concussive when you've got like such mass Marauder production. And no double eBay upgrades, which would also be amazing. Oh, Ravagers run up and kill a siege tank? Oh, that's cute. They try to bile on top of the running Marines. Alright, Ravager's going to back off for now. Liberator's trying to guard these bases. Only one tank guarding over here right now. Funnily enough, Bushmaster actually doesn't know it. But Bushmaster could actually just jump on this and kill the production of this base right now. And it's just at the moment where Bushmaster rotates to the other side of the map. Oh, it's so unlucky for Bushmaster not paying attention to that. I'm just going to try to run through. This Lib is going to stack up a lot of kills here. Yeah, there are individual Zerglings right now, but... Alright, these units are going to run forward. Oh, man, but now it's Baneling kills. These kills are getting... They're adding up, man. They are adding up. The Lings are going to come down here. Some Banes joining in. It's a disjointed attack here for Bushmaster, but does find some big SCV hits there. The Ravagers, Roaches, Banelings all run through and get their butt kicked, though. So the Zerglings have run around. We've now got 1-2 upgrades in Roach speed, so it looks like a swap back into actually pure Roaches. And with the upgrades on the way, I mean, Chesscraft has just completely forgotten about engineering bays in this chaotic game. Obviously, Chesscraft has lots of command centers. That's the advantage. It's just the mass mule, especially when these extra command centers upgrade to orbitals. But right now, it's Bushcraft who's frozen up, or Bushmaster, I should say, now is droning up these bases, but could have done it minutes ago. Yeah. The Lings are doing a good job, remember. 0-0 Marines, not very powerful. But that's the Bio Ball. And what have we got to deal with it? Bane speed is done. You're going to need to make some Banelings yesterday, Bushmaster. Yeah, Bushmaster's making some Banes. We'll get some defense there. I'd love to see some creep spread here. More drones, that sort of stuff would all be pretty incredible. You know, this game actually is very reminiscent of Wings of Liberty and Heart of the Swarm. We started off just wanting to do a game that was like 3-Wax Reaper Beyond style. But Chesscraft has actually followed up with this is like so Wings of Liberty, man. People on shitty economies slowly pushing and taking awful engagements into each other repeatedly. This is like super old school. I'm actually so happy. Remember, guys, if you want to get your replays in for next week, !ICYFAR in Twitch chat. The challenge is Tree Fiddy. About Tree Fiddy. So you are only allowed to harass with 350 minerals worth of units. Alternatively, 3 full-strength units and a half-strength unit. So that unit could be on half-life, or it could be, oh, I'm going with 3 Marauders and a Marine, because a Marine is basically worth about half as much as a Marauder, and therefore you got 3.5 Marauders. It's like 2.5 men, right? But 3.5 men in this case. 3 Marauders, 1 Marine. You know, you could have 3 Roaches, 3 Ravagers and a Roach, right? Something like that. 3 Roaches and a Zergling. 3 Zealots and a Probe. Who the fuck knows? So these are the units you can harass with. Either 350 minerals worth, 5 Marines in a medivac, 7 Banelings, etc. Or you can do it that way. Obviously, we're being pretty loose on it. If you miss it once or twice, it's not the end of the world. Your main engagements, you can do whatever the fuck you want with. So it's still pretty relaxed in that regard. It's just when you harass your opponent, I want to see about tree fiddy. That's it. That's the whole thing. It's really fucking dumb. I am really just looking forward to forcing you to do weird small bits of harass. And I'm hoping some people just escalate it. They're like, 7 Banes here, 7 Banes there, 5 Marine drop, 5 Marine drop. Here's fucking 3 Zealots and a probe constantly hitting mineral lines. Like a single probe running in and tasering shit with the Zealots. I want to see some cool shit like that. So get your replays in for next week as per usual. Bushmaster, don't go in there. No, 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 no. Oh, no. The Ravagers have been engaging so well like this all game. The moment you add a pack of speed banes to that, it becomes a terrible trade. It's whoever attacks into the other, up or down, loses, right? That's what this game, this mini game has been. Who's silly enough to attack into the other? Because they're the one who loses out on every trade. It's still a situation where we should just see Bigling Bane run by us, crashing. Whoa. My monitor just went black. Did I just knock a cable out? Because I can still see it there. Let me check my monitor cable real quick. Monitor? What's happening? And yes, as chat points out, I will actually, I think, realize just how bad at counting and how little you all know how much your units are worth. So I can still see that I'm moving around there. It's just me monitor. So I'm going to unplug my monitor and plug it back in again. It's back. Off and on again. That was an interesting one. I was like, my monitor, I do need to get a new monitor. It's actually causing me a bunch of issues just because I'm still using this ancient 60 hertz monitor. Oh, right. And we're back in game. And as I was saying, guys, wait. StarCraft's pooped itself. Never mind, fam. I'm going to have to close StarCraft. That's a shame. The replay has now frozen, which makes sense. I literally unplugged and replugged my monitor during the game. All right. I've told StarCraft to close a few times and it's not happening, so I'm just going to end task. Because I can hear it's coming up with the prompt. And we'll be back in to that ICYFAR game in just a sec. Now, some people would say, whoa, what the hell, pig? That's a shame. That's fine. We will 8 times speed it. We'll be there in about 2 minutes. We'll be back up. In the meantime, I will tell you guys a story. We're going to tell you guys, what we're going to tell you a story about. Love in the Caprilu sector. So once there was a sad boy. He was a lonely boy. He had a bad childhood, all right? He grew up in a rough district on Marsar in the slums. And little Jimmy had to steal a lot of food to survive, all right? His parents were shit. They didn't feed him. They were coke addicts or whatever the coke equivalent. they were terrazine addicts. And you know what? He ended up joining a crew. He got a cool motorbike. He learned how to lay spider mines. And he learned how to rob some shit. But then he was like, he narrowly avoided going to prison, and then he changed his life for the better. And do you know what that involved, guys? It involved him becoming the marshal. He went and burnt some Zergs. He fought alongside some Protoss. He became a goddamn hero. But he was still a very horny boy. And so he spent a lot of time thinking about sexy, covert ghost assassins naked, and then they would read his mind and be like, you're a dirty piece of shit. Why are you thinking about me naked and doing those things to me? And he's like, oh, because I'm seedy. And then she was like, oh, now I got turned into a cocoon and became a Zerg. And then he did what we all do when we're hurting, when a relationship, in this case, one which never actualized, gets taken away from us. He hit the gym like a motherfucker. And apparently, despite being almost middle-aged by the time StarCraft 2 came around, apparently he'd been hitting the steroids like a motherfucker. and had gained like what appears to be like 50 kilograms of muscle. And you're like, oh, okay. So he's like, I don't need Kerrigan. I don't need a woman. I literally can bench 300 kilograms. And I'm like, oh, okay. This is fucking weird, man. He's like, my shoulders are 16 times the size of any other human's shoulders. Because apparently Blizzard characters have to have big shoulders. There's a StarCraft thing. I don't know. I'm sure some of the original designer guys at Blizzard have some sort of shoulder fetish. There is a fucking shoulder pad thing they have that is seriously weird. So anyway, long story short, if you guys want to help get over a lost love, a relationship that ended that was harsh, take a lot of steroids. And if you do that and you get really ripped, you can then go and against her will, kidnap her, kill your best friend who's like, dude, you shouldn't kidnap chicks without their permission. That's fucking weird. Turn her into somebody that looks more like you. So give her some cosmetic surgery to make her look like a better match. And then when she's like, yeah, I'm still not interested, I'm going to go back to slaughtering and ruling the army of Zerg, go back to the gym, work out more. And, you know, the natural high of pumping iron, it will help you get over it'll help you get over that. You know, you're going to feel good despite it all. You're going to be like, oh, you know what? I've got the pump. I can feel like I'm coming day and night. There's endorphins. It'll be good. So for those of you who are hanging out and going, well, that was an interesting time filler, what can I say? I guess I'll have to have a better story planned for next time if you're fucking not impressed by that shit. Let's go. We're back in game. We're here. We're here. Chesscraft has built a bunker on the low ground, guys. There's Lingbane Ravager. We're seeing a fusion core. So despite being on mass Biowar game, finally did make shields. Still no double engineering bay upgrades, which is really what's let Chesscraft down. Also, the obsession with pushing down this same avenue of death. Chesscraft, if Chesscraft started dropping and lib harassing these top bases, really could close it out. But these tanks and libs keep pushing forward too far, and Bushmaster's Ravager control is just too good. So we are actually seeing that stuff go on, and yeah, it's kind of good. To be fair, was anyone else upset at how overly ripped and how much fucking steroids Raynor took? And I remember I loaded a C2 for the first time, and I was like, why is he gigantic? I was like, what the fuck, man? I guess he's been doing well for himself. His diet must cost a shitload. Jesus, it's huge. Must eat so much chicken, man. Oh, did we just see banelings try to burrow there? Oh, Bushmaster. Bushmaster just tried to burrow banelings on the choke. Only got one Zergling underground before the tank fire took him out, though. That's only going to work if you bile the tank and the lib first. Ooh, Bushmaster. Scan does get rid of that burrowed Zergling. There's more hatcheries going up, and the upgrades are the big problem. In terms of ground army versus ground army, Chesscraft's follow-up is just so shit. Stop building bunkers. Chesscraft, please do me a fucking oh my god, we're seeing double eBay, guys. It's happening. Upgrades starting 20 minutes, triple eBay, in fact. It's got to get the building armor upgrades as well. We're seeing that transition now here, this deep into the game. We could also see, actually, lib range and a double lib production would not be bad. The problem is the Zerg's so far ahead in all this. The problem for the Zerg is that the Lings keep coming way too far forward. So the Bushmaster really should be using the Lings only as a backstab force to like crash in, run past these bases, do damage, and should just be defending with the Ravagers. Because every time you A-move, the Lings run in front and just clump up here and get themselves killed, right? Bushmaster also could spread creep here to get a huge advantage. I love the Overseer on Pervert mode, though. You'll notice the Overseer has evolved to have a literal... it's like an eyeball covered in eyeballs that pops out the back of its head here and pervs from a distance. Gets a tank. Nice, 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 nice. Lots of Marines building at a time. Unfortunately, the upgrades are a little bit poopy, but +1 armor does start, as well as building armor, and that is, of course, the Neo Steel building armor, whatever the fuck it's called. It basically gives you +2 bunker space, and it gives you +2 armor on all your buildings. So these bunkers are going to become super bunkers in the near future, which is going to be great. We've got gases going up here. Mutalisks. I'm not so sure about mutas. I mean, a handful just to run around and harass is always a fun thing, right? That's always a cool thing you can do. But yeah, there's a few. Oh, Ravagers, go! Ravagers, go! Get him! Get that! So now the medevac's playing corrosive bile chicken. We're just trying to bait corrosive biles out and just dodge them because fun. And yeah. Has Pig ever considered adding a table of contents with his book of filth, says T. Spiegel. You know, on the left-hand side, there's a directory, right? You can just scroll through that. There's no table of contents at the start. You can just scroll through the thing on the left-hand side. There's like a... It's like a table of contents in the book of filth, dude. Oh, the butts! Planetary fortresses can't shoot up. Old man erections don't reach that high, mate. Planetary fortress is the slowest to erect, and of course... not standing at full mast. The mutas, don't fly away. Go get the other bases. They're all undefended. Why are we going for the main? There's nothing in there, dude. All right, well, you guys can kill some of the production, but that's only like half the production anyway. All right. Here we go. Bushmaster. I can't believe. Guys, remember, this game started with Bushmaster on 7 drones after defending a 3-rax repo with Evo chambers. Literally went for a 4 Evo chamber wall off to block the 3-rax reaper. Lost almost every drone in the process of getting that up. It was the worst defensive move I've ever seen in my life. That is a cool idea, but was executed terribly. I said Bushmaster was dead, but Bushmaster has way ahead in upgrades, has made it to this stage of the game, has this whole top side of the map. Yes, Chestcraft has the bottom side, but I mean, the Ravagers keep defending. Now, don't get me wrong. It's whoever gets horny and takes a terrible engage first will be in trouble. But look at these libs. Oh, we killed some banelings? Yeah, you get biled, bitch. The mutas here, they do get pushed back. Apparently like 7 missile turrets finished to guard 2 mineral patches. Yeah, why not? Oh my god, so many missile turrets. So these mutas actually just forced like 4,000 minerals of turrets to go down across the map. I love how these ones are not covering the mineral line, by the way. You can always tell a super high level match when people place their turrets to guard the not things. Oh no, the Ravagers are getting gunned down. Oh, Chestcraft is actually doing it really well. Just sending a few units through at a time. These tanks starting to do a good job. And Chestcraft, oh no, Bushmaster. Yeah, Bushmaster's just too deep. These spines have just got to set up in a concave and just pull the army back. The problem that Bushmaster's having is that there's, like I said, too many lings here. Not replacing the Ravagers. And should be running by with most of the units. But just keeps headbutting into this choke point over and over again. And if we look at it, we can see that Bushmaster doesn't use control groups except for the Mutalisk squad. So it does make sense. It's a struggle to split the army into 3 or 4 pieces when you're flying mutas around the other side of the map. And oh my god, into the spines? Bushmaster, you absolute psychopath. Just shoves into the wall of tentacles, says, I love hentai, I'm not afraid of it anymore. I realized I want to live my best life, I don't want to hide. Gets, you know, just a wall of tentacles, a whole lot of very aroused Marines who just injected stim packs. And yeah, you know what? There was Corruptors out, was going to go for Great Aspire, was up to 122 upgrades. Bushmaster, I still cannot get over this hold at the start, guys. This was one of the most disgusting and funniest things I've ever seen. Scouted the first barracks, literally as it started, went for a spawning pool, but then didn't think about building spines on the low ground. So 2 spines died on the low ground, then built these on the high ground. It was already a very bad start. It was already down in workers. And then comes up with this genius idea of walling off with Evo chambers. But trying to place it while the Reapers are microing. So the Zerglings and the Queens try to cover it. And the Reaper's like, oh, okay, we'll just kill you guys. I have to rewatch this, because this was just the funniest sequence. Where the Lings are just trailing in 1 or 2 at a time, running back and forth. The drones are all blocking each other. There's drones even running down and getting killed. Wall's 2 drones on the outside of the wall. This was so bad. and then, cool, we just got transfused energy. At least we got 2 queens to defend the wall. And the Reapers come up and kill this queen. They're like, oh, hey, how you doing? 7 drones to 16 SCVs. Bushmaster, shout out to you for some creative play, some sick corrosive bile holding the choke point, sick Evo chamber hold on the front. But at the end of the day, it's Chestcraft channeling the inner Byun, channeling some Wings of Liberty, slow bunker tank push for 20 minutes. That ends up winning the game. GG, well played.